Welcome to MMA Surge. My name is Andrew the Squid Montanez, and on this episode I will go over how to throw strikes from the guard position. It is a common misconception that you can only do submissions from being on your back. I will show you guys that you can actually throw strikes and do a lot of damage to your opponent. So now let me break down the 5 different strikes you can do from inside the guard. Let me bring my friend Mark out to demonstrate. So we're going to get into the guard position. The guard position is when your opponent's on top of you and your legs are wrapped around him. This is your guard position. So from here, I have all sorts of strikes I could do. The first one we like to do is punching. So I like to do punches when the guy postures up. You treat these punches the same way you would treat punches on your feet and in boxing, that you throw a punch and you still pull a hand to your face, and vice versa. So a really good time to do this is when the guy postures up. For him to posture up, he usually has to push with his 2 hands off your chest. So what that does is that gives me a quick little amount of time where his face is open for all sorts of strikes and stuff. Really good way to do damage to the guy while you're on your back. So one more time, when he goes to posture up, just be ready to throw strikes. And a good rule of thumb is if you throw a hook, go that way as well. That'll kind of put you out of danger, and actually you're able to generate a lot of power with these shots by just rolling across and throwing the strike. Pretty cool punch. The second one I like to do is palm strikes, which are open hand strikes. What these are is, if I'm facing a really good grappler or a really good ground and pound guy, I don't want to give him space. So what I do is I'll usually hold with one hand and I'll hit him with these palm strikes, and I can even hook his head like this and hit him with palm strikes just like this. They're really good because the cool thing about them that punches don't do, when I throw a punch, the back of my hand is touching his head. When I throw this, I could hit him and immediately grapple. Hit and I can immediately grapple. You know, same thing if he sits up, I could still palm strike him. All different ways you could slap him. It's a cool way, you know, if you're fighting a guy to get in his head. Nobody likes to get slapped, and this is pretty much like getting slapped in the face. So boom, boom. You know, you can be really quick with these, be kind of annoying. If you're facing a really good guy, like a lot of wrestlers, they won't move when they're on top of you. They'll kind of hold you down. So I like to just kind of work him, see if I can get something out of him. Maybe he sits back and I can maybe, you know, throw up some sort of submission or something. The third strike I like to do is my elbows. The elbows are really effective. My favorite elbow you could do, and probably the best one to do, if the guy's laying on you, even if his hand's on the mat, he'll put his head on you, and you lean off to one side, and you kind of bring your whole body off to the opposite side, and you put your hand on his neck, and you push him to the furthest area away. And most wrestlers, they will try to drive back with their head, and you kind of let them, and what you want to do is you want to release and let him walk right into the elbow. It kind of gives you twice the amount of power. It's like two things, it's like 2 cars hitting into each other. So again, I come here, I push him away, I can even lock this arm out, which gives me like even strikes under here. But when I'm ready, I just release and cut across the elbow. And I can even just switch right to the other side. Boom, just keep doing it over and over. Pretty effective strike. The other 2, we like to involve our legs. So from here, like I said, if I'm facing a wrestler, I want to take out his legs. So I could do here without really putting myself in too much danger, I could open my guard and just heel strike him right here. This will give him a complete dead leg. I could really bang with these pretty hard, even on like his back area. Really effective strike, and never put you in too bad of a position because I'm still technically in closed guard. You know, I do this a lot. I hold the guy's head down, bang him with these strikes, and just kind of work the guy over. You know, cause a lot of damage when you're on your back. The last one I'm gonna do is probably the most advanced one, but really effective. The guy's on top of you being kind of strong. I like to open my guard up, kind of sit out to my side. He's still on me. I have a little bit of space right here. It's a good time to drive a knee inside. And I switch to the other side, same thing. These little tiny strikes of me switching my stance. See right here, I have my legs still on the outside of him, and I could just drive a knee inside of him and switch back to the other side. And technically I could do the same thing right here. So once you kind of master all 5 of these, you can really kind of work the guy with all different type of strikes here. Kind of, you know, it's a good time. Like, I've had opponents do this to me, and I've kind of just got up off of them and said I'd rather be on my feet because this is completely frustrating. So if you have a guy on top of you that's doing nothing, and you don't want to lose a round, work him. Always be the guy working when you're fighting. You never want to just sit there and get held down. Always look to advance position. Always look to damage your opponent. So remember, there are 5 strikes you can do off your back from within the guard. Punches, palm strikes, elbows, knees, and heel strikes. Make sure you mix these up with the guy. Maybe 2 punches, an elbow, a heel strike, and a knee. Always keep your guy guessing. You can break the guy down mentally, you can break him down physically. So guys, if you have a creative strike from within the guard, send us a video, I'll take a peek at it. Maybe I'll use it in my next fight. And remember to subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you guys next time on MMA Surge. What's up, fellow squids? All right.
So maybe like this one people person. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.